94 Geo Metro transmission removal to replace the clutch. We're gonna remove that guy in here. I believe is the crank sensor here. And then when we move the starter, which is this bolt here, if you can see in here, one bolt here and one bolt here through the top under there, holding one with two bolts. And then we'll be back. Just remove your ratchet and spin it with your hand. Let's try the little one, see if it works for something. Unspin it. Does it work? Yeah?
Yeah.
Right here. If you want, it might not be the... I don't know if that is a speedometer cable or is the cam sensor cable, but it goes into your firewall. I think it's your speedometer cable. All it has is an O-ring. You pull out this pin that hooks on into here, just like that, but in the housing. Snap that in the housing, put your pin back on it, cotter pin. Grab on. We're gonna grab on to there. Let's see if we can take it off here. At least that was almost too easy. Take that off. And that little bracket that's sitting there, I don't know what it's supposed to hold on to. There's a metal, but there's nothing here. These are made to hold on, to wrap around and hold a wire. Maybe another kind of car had the wire coming out. Okay, this is your starter bolt. Come here, remove this guy. I did one for you. Here's the other one. Okay. Grab it on, stabilize, and look at the universal joint that is straight in there. Stabilize it and take it off the fan. Pull up. You can go down there. However you want. You gotta pull up on it. There you go. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, now take off the ratchet. Put the little guy back on. Put this guy. Spin this. This you can do it. Can you see it over there what you're working at? Is it almost out?
Yeah.
Keep going. That starter's already moving. These are your starter bolts. I don't know why they had this. Some of them are made to hold some kind of wire like this out of the way. There's nothing in the way of this in this vehicle. This is your upper one. This is your lower one. I just keep them in line, but they look the same.
Okay.
Okay, I just moved the starter. There is a shim in here. A spacer, a metal spacer. And it sits just like this. You can see that this is facing forward. So I will just mark it. This is your shifter linkage right here. And there is a stabilizer bar right here. So I'm going to remove them here. And I'm going to remove him here. And if I need to, I might have to remove him all the way where the shifter is under the vehicle. Long shaft going through. Okay. And we'll be back. Good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to remove the bolts off of the transmission, but I have not removed the mounting bolts yet. I'm just going to go ahead and remove as many as I can from the top. I'll leave the bottom ones on for now. I'm going to put them on a piece of cardboard to keep them in line. There they go. This will be my number 1. This here will be my number 2. Top. Going all the way around to the left. This will be my number 3. And I'll just work my way all the way around to the bottom. I don't know how many there are, but I'll come all the way up, maybe under the starter. Over there. Okay. Grab that breaker. You can use this as a ratchet. Transmission bolt. Trans bolt. TRANS. Right next to your third bolt on your belt housing or transmission housing, this is your flywheel cover. Two 10mm bolts, really short ones. And it just slides out. We pulled out the transaxle. I'm using this pry bar, this thin one, all the way in here. I put through here. Careful not to grab onto that. I just put it in between to the transaxle and I pivoted off of that. Pulled it out a couple times and it snaps right out. Pulled out the shaft all the way out and I just tied it hanging here to a rope. The opposite side is the same. I put a drain pan. When you pull that out, you're going to have some of your gear oil come out. Right here is your drain plug. This is supposed to be a standard 3/8 ratchet square. So I put some penetrating oil in there for a while to see if I can loosen it up. And your fuel plug is over here. Right there. You can see that. That's your fuel plug. This, I'm going to remove the engine mounts. I've loosened these bolts here. If you can see, there's 3 bolts. If I move this out of the way, you can probably see them. 3 bolts there. And I'm going to remove, there's other motor mounts right in here. It's hidden inside here. Maybe I can show it. I'll put my hand in, maybe it comes out clearer on the... There's a bolt right here. And there's one underneath. And the other engine mount is right here. But I'm going to leave that one alone. Remove the 2. Maybe if I can get the motor to pivot out this way a little bit, it'll get me away from the firewall. So underneath I'm going to put a jack to hold the transmission up. I already have one holding the motor.